Hello, and welcome to day 2 of our 4 Days of April releases previews. And today I'm using the new set called Birthday Kids, and it's 6 little kids and a couple sentiments in the set. And I'm actually going to be making some magnets. I started by coloring the kids off camera, and I just used Copic markers to color them. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to make templates so that I make sure when I cut out the little colored kids that it is perfectly spaced all around the image and it's not too much on one side or the other. So what I do is I take a piece of cardstock. I take the cardstock and the die and I run it through my cutting machine, which creates the open part of the die, which I then lay over my image so that I can make sure it's even on both sides. And I tape that down to the image, and then I lay the die in that little cut part, and I tape that down too, and then I just run it through my cutting machine, and that gives me the perfectly spaced white parts all around the colored image. Then for the magnets, I'm going to go ahead and grab a piece of chipboard. Now I used one that is not very thick. I think it was off the back of a pad of paper. And I'm going to run the dies through again. And this will be attached to the colored image, and then the magnet will be attached to this. This just gives the magnet a little bit more thickness, so it's not really flimsy. It's got, it's just a little thicker, and so maybe not so easy to bend it. And since this is you'd give this to like little kids or whatnot, or you'd have it on the fridge for your kids, you want it to be a little thicker so they don't get as damaged. Now, what I did not do in this video that you could do if you were worried about the images getting dirty or smudged, you could take a thing of packing tape, that clear packing tape, and put it over the image. And then you want to take something and like burnish the tape to make sure it's stuck on really nicely and you don't have any like frosting or shadowing on them. And then it gives it a clear protective cover over it so that it doesn't get dirty or icky over time. So I take the chipboard pieces and I'm going around the edges with my black 100 Copic marker so that it blends into the magnet part. Now the magnets I got off of Amazon, and one side is sticky, and so it made it easy so I didn't have to glue that part. I just stuck it on because it was the stickiness. And I'll put a link in the description box below for the Amazon magnet sheets. It was a pack of them and it really wasn't that expensive. So I went ahead and I attached the chipboard to the guys with just some glue. And then I put on the magnet part, which stuck on because it is a sticker, or it's sticky. And so as you can see, I go over the whole image with my glue to make sure that he is stuck on nice and tight because you don't want him coming up. And then I'm going to go ahead and get the card base started. I wanted to create just a nice little outdoor scene for these guys. So I took a blue piece of cardstock and I cut it at 5 by 4.5. And then I took our clouds and grass die and I cut out the grass and the clouds and I glued them on, and then I just cut off any excess off the edges. And then I added where I wanted my little guys. And since they were magnets, I wanted them on the card, but then I also wanted it so you could easily take them off and put them on your fridge and have them around and use them. And then the sentiment comes from the set. It says birthday hugs and kisses. And so I just cut it out in a strip, and then I attached it to the same blue cardstock that I used for the base of the card and cut that out just so it stood out a little bit more on the clouds. And once I had that attached, I started working on the magnets that are going to go on the base of the card that the little boys will attach to. So again, I just took a sheet of that magnets with the sticky backs and I cut out the images with the outline dies. Using the magnet sheets with the sticky backs made this really simple. So I just took my card and took the backing off the magnet and then placed it right on the card, and it stuck to it perfectly, and I didn't have to worry about gluing down or anything like that. So as you can see, the little boys fit perfectly over the magnet that I attached to the card, and they stick really, really well to it. So this just worked out really well to make this card, and then it's a card and a gift in one. Tomorrow's video is a new Swiss Pixies. Make sure you like and subscribe if you're not subscribed yet, and we'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day. Bye.